welcome to coremoves.com. Today we're going to do a suspension workout. So I've anchored my suspension system to my patio door. I've got my lovely assistant here today, and the neighbors are all outside enjoying the lovely sunshine, so forgive the background noise. So let's start just by warming up our arms. So I want you to squeeze your inner thighs together, squeeze your feet together, and really find that connection in the thighs, on the inner thighs. And then you're going to draw the legs up nice and straight. Find that connection with the belly so that your hip bones and your pubic bone are stacked directly on top of each other so that my spine is in a nice neutral position. And then I'm going to draw the shoulders down and back and feel that string through the crown of my head. Okay, so I've got that nice long stacked body, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, and then I'm going to reach my arms out to the side. Nice and long. Feel those fingertips moving as far away from each other as possible. So engage all the muscles in your shoulders, and we're just going to start to do small circles with the hands. So we're just circling forward. So you go forward, down and back and up. And just make your circles a little bit faster. Don't forget to keep squeezing those legs, finding that length in the body. We're just warming up those arms a little bit. We can make our circles a little bit bigger. And we're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reverse direction, small at first. So using the muscles between the shoulder blades, you're really engaging the muscles in the back of the shoulders and the core to control those circles. Okay, so we're working on exercising those muscles across the back of the shoulders, and keep squeezing those inner thighs, and you can make those circles a little bit bigger. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the hands. Good. Let's grab our suspension trainer. So you're going to stand with your back to your anchor points, and you want to make sure, as always, that your straps are completely even, and you want them to be the length so that when you're stood right with your back against your support wall or your door, that your arms are long in the straps. So we don't want to hyperextend those elbows. They're just long so that we have a little bit of a soft bend. And again, make sure that they're even. Once you know they're even, you're going to take a step out. Don't step on the dog if your dog is joining you like mine is. And we're going to reach those arms forward. Open the feet out to hip distance. Contract the quads. Pull the belly in. Find that nice length. And come into a little bit of a lean. So stretching into those shoulders. Then release the lean. Swim the arms out wide to the side. Bring the hands behind you. Nod the chin. And roll the body forward into a forward bend. Inhale, and then as you exhale, roll the body out, swim the arms out to a T, and then reach them forward in front of you. Inhale, exhale, come into a bit of a lean, stretch those shoulders. Pull the body back again, begin to swim the arms out to your T, out nice and wide, nod your chin, curl your spine, really articulate, using those abdominals to create that flexion, and then enjoy the stretch in the hamstrings as you come down into that forward fold. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, roll the spine back up, swim the arms out to the side, lengthen those abdominals up, reach the hands out in front of you, and then come into that lean. Last time, release the lean, open the arms out to the T, so controlling those muscles around the shoulders, then nod the chin, roll your spine forward 1 vertebrae at a time, coming into that forward fold, little bit of a stretch in the hamstrings, and then roll the body back up 1 vertebrae at a time and bring the arms back up to the top. Okay, we're going to have to not step on my dog as we come into our first exercises. So you're going to take a little bit of a step back, and we're going to place our middle of our lower arm or our forearm into the straps. So it's right in the belly of your muscles, of your brachioradialis, okay? And you want to have a little bit of a karate chop sort of shape in the hands and the elbows, so 90-degree bend in the elbows. And you want the line to be the same as the shoulders. So lift them up so that you have a nice long line here. Then you're going to pick up those heels on your inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lean into those straps. So this is just gentle to start with, just to wake up those abdominals. And we're holding it there, squeezing the glutes, contracting the quads. And then pull the elbows back in as you lower the heels. We're just doing 2 gentle ones to start with, so pick those heels up, reach those arms forward, come into that lean, really pull the rib cage down towards the hips to keep those abdominals connected. And you might find you get that little bit of a shake here. And then pulling it in and lower the heels. Now we're going to increase that lean. So take another step back so that you actually have a bit of a lean in your body with your heels down already. Okay, so your arms are in line with your chest and a nice bend in the elbows. We're going to inhale, pick up those heels. And this time we're going to open the arms out to the side into a W. And then exhale, squeeze them in. Keep those heels up, keep connecting those quads and those glutes, and open the arms to the W and squeeze it in. Find that length through the whole body, right from your heels to your crown of the head. So try not to just bend at the waist and lean the chest forward. You want your whole body to be still as possible, like it's squeezed between two planes of glass. And you're really pulling that rib cage down and in, controlling the abdominals. I'm going to finish 2 more here. Opening and close. 1 more. Open out to that lean and close it in, and then push the heels down, nod the chin, and just give the spine a little bit of a gentle forward fold, and then lengthen up and straighten the arms. Good. Now my dog's going to have to move because we're going to change our lean to the opposite direction. I'm sorry, Butchie, you have to get up. I need this space. Well, let me see if I can lean around him. So you want your feet to be hip distance apart and in parallel. You're going to pull the shoulders down and back, have that nice stable hold on your straps, and then we're going to release those arms nice and long. So pull the belly in, get that rib cage connected, squeeze the glutes and the quads, and then you're going to bend your knees, lowering your seat towards the floor. Exhale, push into the feet and the back of the legs to stand up tall. Keep pulling those shoulders down and back. Knees come forward as I sit on my dog. And standing tall. And bum comes down, sorry Poochie. And push into the floor. And bringing the hips down. Squeeze the back of the legs, really contract those quads. We've got 2 more. Bringing the body down. Exhaling, pushing away. Inhaling, last one. And then push into the heels, lengthen up. Pull the elbows in. Nod the chin, roll the spine forward, and this time lengthen the spine back out to your long line. So you want to feel that nice length from your tail to your crown of your head. Push into those straps a bit and get that little bit of extension in your back. Exhale, curl the tail under, roll the spine back up, pull the shoulders down and back. Good. We're going to go back into our lean. So connect the arms into the side of the body. Lean back, find that nice stable control. Pull the ribs down so that you're really connecting your abdominals. And then we're going to release those arms. So here we're just going to do simple rows. You can make the exercises harder by changing your lever. So walking your feet closer to your anchor point. And obviously that makes your lever, your angle of your lever greater. So it's harder on the arms. So we're just going to do simple rows. So you're pulling the elbows straight back and releasing back to that long line. Exhaling to pull it back. Inhaling to release. So keep the legs connected. Don't let the body be lazy here. I know the arms are working, but we're trying to keep the abdominals connected throughout so that we don't get any flexion and extension in the spine. We're keeping the quads contracted. The inner thighs are working. The big toes are pushing into the floor. And release. We've got 2 more. Pulling it back. And releasing slowly with control. Last one. And release. And then we're going to bend our knees, bring ourselves down, and then just bring our weight forward so that we're really collapsed over those knees and the feet. From here, we're going to push into the feet, keep the belly glued to the front of the thighs, and then roll ourselves up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. We're going to come back into our forward lean. So spin yourself around again. So your back is at your anchor point. And we are going to put those hands back through the loops so that we're in our karate chop position. So it's across the middle of the forearm, okay? And you're going to find your anchor, your lean, again, increasing that lever by walking your feet closer towards the anchor point. And then once you've got that comfortable distance for you, we're going to pick up those heels. And then you're going to reach your right arm forward as you pull the left elbow back. And then bring them both into center. Reach the left arm forward, pull the right elbow back, and bring it into center. Reach the right, and center. So you're really working the abdominals here as you're rotating. You're controlling the movement through the spine using your multifidus, those little muscles that plait down the middle of our spine to control our rotation. And your obliques are working really hard to stop the body from twisting with this opposite movement. So it's a reciprocal movement in the arms and pulling it in. Last one on the right and into center. Last one on the left and into center. Inhale, exhale, lower the heels, join the hands together, reach the hands forward and send the tail back and come into a little bit of a shoulder stretch. And then roll the body up and bring the hands down by the sides and lengthen the body back up. We're going to turn around again. So hands are coming back into those straps, and we're going to do wide rows this time. So again, walking your feet in as close to your anchor points. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can bring your feet almost right up against the wall. So when you come into that lean, you're working that much harder. I don't want to work that hard today, so I'm going to step about a foot and a half away from my anchor. Connect those forearms into the sideline of the body, pull the rib cage down, squeeze the glutes, contract the quads, lengthen the spine, and then reach those arms out long. Now turn your palms towards the floor, and you're going to bend your elbows out wide to the side. So look at your anchor point so that you're not collapsing in your neck or overextending. Keep the whole body connected, and you're going to pull those elbows out wide to the side. So straight out to the side at the same line as your shoulders, and releasing back. Pull them out. And back. So again, you can make it a little bit harder by increasing the angle of your lever, pulling those elbows back, keeping the abdominals connected, keep the legs connected, pulling it out, and looking at your anchor point so you don't over pull on those scalenes in your neck muscles, pulling it back. So you want to be working the muscles right between your shoulder blades here. And back. And release. 2 more. Opening to the side. And releasing forward. Last one. Open it up. And release. Turn the palms to face each other. Pull the elbows back in line with the body. And then pull the body up to standing. And a little roll down. Just to give the spine that little bit of a rest. And then lengthen the tail, lengthen the chest. Lift the body. And then nod the chin. Pull the belly back up, rounding through it and coming all the way back up to standing. Good. We're going to move on from there. So we're going to lower our straps so they come down to our knee height, so that if you put your hand into the loop, it'll just tap the bottom of your patella, or the bottom of your kneecap. Again, make sure those straps are even. Mine doesn't want to slide today. I'm having all sorts of malfunctions. So again, just make sure that they're even, and you need to kind of play around with the height a little bit to see what feels best for your body, because everybody's body is different. Some people have longer legs, some people have longer arms. Okay, so we're going to come and stand a nice long distance away from our anchor point. My dog is right in the way here, and then you're going to pick up your right foot, holding onto your straps just to help you keep that balance to start with. You're going to place your right foot into your strap, okay? Now you can keep hold of the left strap again, like I said, just for balance, or you can let go of the straps completely and just focus on that leg. So I'm going to let go of mine and focus on my balance of my leg. So you need to use the inner and outer thighs of your left leg to keep you perpendicular to the floor. We're standing nice and tall, belly is engaged, and we're going to reach that right leg back. So I'm squeezing my glute and straightening that leg as straight as I can. And then I'm going to bend the knee and come down to a lunge. So a nice crescent lunge here. And then push up, straighten that leg. Bend the knee. So you can do this with your hands on your hips. You can do this with your hands reaching out in front of you, which can help with the balance. And pushing up, straightening that leg. Or you can do this with the arms reaching overhead. So bend the knee, pushing up. You can move the hands with the movement of the leg if you want. And pushing up tall. We've got 3 more. Bending down. So really enjoy that stretch when you straighten that leg through the front of the right hip. Bend the knee. Stand up tall. Last one. Bringing it down. And up nice and tall. Then bend the knee in and take your foot out of the loop. And we're going to grab the other loop. So my dog is fast asleep on the mat here. Forgive him if he starts snoring in a little bit. So bend the knees so they're in line with each other. Again, I'm going to let go of my straps and find my balance on that supporting leg, on my right leg. So inner and outer thigh working hard. Hips are nice and level. And I'm going to keep my hands on my hips for my first one. So I'm going to reach that leg back, straightening it, squeezing the glute and bending my front leg. Just going to come forward a little bit more here. So bend that front knee, straighten that back leg right back. And then you're gonna come up, and now we're gonna come into our crescent lunge. So we're gonna bend it down to our lunge and then straighten that back leg. So bend it down and straighten. Bend it down and straighten. Bring it in. Squeezing through that bum. And again, arms can be overhead, out in front, whatever feels good for you. Finding that balance. It's always harder on one side. We've got 3 more. Straighten it up. Last 2. Up. Last one. Keeping that belly connected. Don't collapse in that lower back. Reaching up. Pull the knee in and take the strap away. Good. Okay, we're going to challenge our front line with our arms again. So keep the straps where they are, and you're going to step out and bring your arms so that the straps come right over the front of the shoulders. Mine are a bit uneven. Okay, again, make sure they're even here. This is even more important when we're putting our hands in the straps. So find that nice point. So the ropes are going over your shoulders, and we're going to bring our feet back towards the door. So you want to get your hands in the straps and tension on the rope, and then begin to walk your feet back as you lower your hands, pointing them on the same line as the ropes towards the floor. Now, we're going to reach those arms forward just a wee bit and then pull them down. And now bend the elbows out wide to the side, bringing your chest down to a push-up and push them up. Reach, little reach, and in. Elbows go out wide. And push it up. Keep connecting those glutes and those abdominals. Reach. Pull it in using your lats. Elbows out wide. And pushing up. And reach. And down. Chest towards the floor. And pushing up. Now we're going to do just 4 push-ups to the side. Here we go. 4. My straps are in the way. Push. 3. Push. Keep pulling the belly towards the spine. Push it up. Last one. Pushing it up. And then sit the bum back. Lower the heels to the floor and just reach those hands forward. And breathe. And then you can swing both arms over towards the right side, getting a little bit of flexion in that sideline of the body. And then back to center. Nice stretch in those hamstrings, stretch in the back and the shoulders. And then over to the left side. And center. Inhale. Exhale. Roll the spine up. 1 vertebrae at a time, lengthening all the way back up to your standing position. Good. We're going to do 1-legged squats now. So turn around. And you're going to slide those ropes back up for your leaning pose. So just, again, make sure they're even. You want them to be, again, that height that when you're standing, your arm is relaxed in the strap with your back to the anchor, but we're going to face our anchor point. So your loops would probably come down to about mid-thigh. If you're facing your anchor, just make sure they're even. Now my little doggy is right where I need to be, Bocce. See if I can step behind him. No. Bocce, you need to move, honey. Bocce. Come here, little fella. You need to move. You're right in my way. Come on. There you go, monkey. I need this space. Okay, get your elbows connected. Find that nice stability in the body. And then we're going to come down to our squat. So you're coming into your lean first, and then you're going to lower the knees towards the floor. Now find that balance here, and then we're going to kick our left leg out, point the toe up towards the ceiling, find that balance on the right leg, and then you're going to pull and stand up, keeping that leg at the same level. So make sure you're centered with your suspension trainer. Keep that leg connected and flexed at the hip, and we're going to lower the right knee and push through the back of the right leg. And bring ourselves down so the arms straighten as we come down, and then we pull those elbows back and push into the back of the leg. Keep contracting that quad in the left leg to keep that leg nice and high. And down, and pulling up. We've got 3 more. And pushing from the back of the leg. And tall, keep that belly connected. Last one. And push away. Bring it down, fold that knee in, and just bring your bum towards the floor and pull your belly back. So you get a nice little stretch in the shoulders here. And breathe, and then get your feet connected again, hip distance apart. Wake the body back up, and this time send your right leg out long. So toes point towards the ceiling, connect those shoulders, get ready with the abdominals, and then push into the back of the leg and come up nice and tall. So keep that quad connected, those toes facing towards the ceiling, elbows come down and in, shoulders are connected. We're going to go down. Straighten the arms, push into the back of the leg, bend the elbows and come up. And down. Back of the thighs, working hard here on the left leg, front of the thigh on the right. Push it up. And down. Find your breath to help control the movement. Exhaling, push away. Last 2. Push. Last 1. Push away. Now come down, pull that foot back in, drop the bum to the floor, round the shoulders, and give your body a little bit of a stretch. From there, wake the body back up. Find that nice low squat, elbows are bent, and then push away from the floor, coming up standing nice and tall. Okay, we're going to pull our straps down again, and we're going to come down onto our back on the mat. So you want your straps to be, this is again sort of something you play around with height-wise, but you want them to be at least 1 foot, one of your foot height, foot length off of the floor, and definitely make sure they're even. Okay, so once you've got your straps set up and you know they're even, we're going to place our feet through the loops so that they come to the back of the heel, and you want the straps to kind of come in front of your malleoluses, those ankle bones. Okay, push your feet so that they touch your door or your anchor wall. Make sure you have no ropes underneath you. And sit up nice and tall, and then roll your body down and bring yourself down onto the mat. Okay, so just all your clothing and equipment so that you're nice and comfortable on the floor. And roll the shoulders down and back. Bend the knees in, and we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to roll the spine up and push those legs long so we come up to our bridge. So if I lift my hands up, you can see I'm in a nice long line. Now make sure that you don't let your knees collapse here. So if I'm just pushing into my hips and not thinking about the back of my hamstrings, then I'm going to hurt my knees. So you really need to engage your glutes and the back of your thighs so that you don't put too much pressure on the knee. We're holding for 3 more. 2, 1, and then roll the spine down, bend the knees in, plant that lower back, and release back to your neutral. Inhale, exhale, roll the body up, push those feet away, Connect the back line of the legs. Now we're going to add on. So we're going to pull our right heel in and push it away. Pull the left heel in and lengthen. Keep your hips as still as possible. We're keeping that connection between our belly button and our pubic bone, keeping that pelvic floor lifted. The transverses, which is our deep abdominals, working really hard to keep those ribs pushed towards our hips. And slowly moving through those legs, really focusing on the back of the leg. Push away. Last one on the right. And push. Last one on the left. Push away. Inhale. And this time we're going to roll down with the spine nice and straight. So really curl that spine down. Hit that lower back. And then release to neutral. Just give your legs a little bit of a shake. Swing your legs side to side. Relaxing the back of the leg. And we're going to add on again. So we're going to inhale. And you can keep your arms down for these. Exhale. Roll yourself up, keeping those legs straight this time while we roll up. Now we're going to open the legs out. Squeeze the legs in. Really connect those inner thighs. Open the legs out. Squeeze the legs in. So keep the legs in parallel while you're doing this so that you're working the muscles on the outside of the hip as you open and the outside of the thighs and the inner thighs right up near the groin as you close it in. Open and close. You'll also really be working the obliques where they insert into the back of the rib cage. Open and close. Keep pulling that belly in. Open and close. Now release to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, roll the spine down. Plant that lower back and release back to your neutral. Good. From there, bend your knees in to 90 degrees. And we're going to reach our hands up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. We're going to do some abdominals. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, nod your chin. Begin to flex the shoulders up and reach those hands forward. And we're just going to do little pulses forward. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Lift it up again. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. And up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. So we're coming up for 5 this time. Really try and keep those abdominals connected throughout. 2, 1. Bring it down. We've got 4, 4, 3. Collarbones nice and wide. And down. 3, 3, 2, 1. Last 2, 2, 2. Bring it down. And this time we're going to come all the way up. Reach it up. Straighten those legs and reach forward. So you get a really nice stretch in your hamstrings here. If you want to, you can grab onto those ropes or your toes to pull yourself forward even more, finding that nice stretch in the back of the hamstrings. And then bend the knees in, lengthen the spine up. Good. We're going to do full roll downs now. So your arms are going to come parallel to the floor, sitting up nice and tall with the knees bent. Inhale. Exhale, curl the spine back, pulling the pelvis towards the floor. Lengthen the legs away, reach the arms overhead. So when you reach those arms, don't allow that rib cage to pop up. Really use your abdominals to push the ribs down towards your hips, okay? You might not be able to bring your hands all the way overhead and keep that abdominal connection. So you might only come here. Once you've got those abdominals connected, inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, flex everything up, push into those feet. Roll the body forward. Inhale, stack the spine, bend the knees. Exhale, curl the tail under, straighten those legs, reach those arms overhead. Palms face each other. Abdominals keep the ribs in. Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, nod the chin, reach the hands forward, kick into those feet. Roll forward. Inhale, bend the knees, stack the spine. Exhale, curl it back. Straighten the legs, palms face each other, reaching overhead. Keep those abdominals down. Inhale, bend the knees. Last one. Exhale, nod the chin, flex up, push into those feet, and reach it forward. Bend the knees, inhale, lengthen up. Good job. Okay, now you're going to take your feet out of the straps. We're going to cross the left strap over the right, and then put the feet into the straps as they are. So your right foot will be going into your left strap, which is crossed in front of the right. Then you're going to cross that right leg over the left. Okay, so your heels are crossed, and we're going to turn to face our left side and push ourselves around so that we're facing the front of our mat. Okay, so hands come directly under the shoulders. You want to walk your knees to the point where they're just touching the ground and flex your toes towards the floor. Hands are directly under the shoulders, and we're going to connect our body. So pull that belly button towards the spine, pull those shoulder blades away from each other, and use your lats and your serratus anterior to pull your shoulders down towards your back. So you're hugging everything into the middle of your core. Head is nice and long. Inhale, and then as you're exhaling, pick those knees up just a couple inches off the floor and hold. Inhale, exhale, lower them down gently. Inhale, finding that nice length in the spine. Exhale, use the belly, pull those knees up. Inhale, exhale, lowering down. One more time. Inhale, exhale, lift the knees and hold. Inhale, exhale, lower down. So if that was good enough for you, then you can stay there. Otherwise, you're going to bring your body down onto the mat. Bring your hands forward and straighten those legs. So squeeze your glutes, straighten the legs, and check that length there. From here, we're going to bring our hands underneath our chest so that they're in line with our chest, so it's right in line with the sides of our body. Squeeze those shoulders down and back. Reach into the feet, squeeze the glutes, and push ourselves up, okay? So you might need to adjust your hands here. I need to walk mine out a little bit, okay? So that your feet will touch your anchor wall and your hands are directly under your shoulders. As I said, you can keep going with just the knee raises. Otherwise, we're up in a full plank, pulling the belly towards the spine. Now we're going to do knee pikes. You're going to pull your knees in, reach them out, pull them in, reach them out. Using those abdominals, finding that movement in the shoulder, and reach. We've got 3 more. Pull and reach. 2, reach away. Last 1, and reach. Now find that nice long plank and slowly lower the body down like chaturanga. Bring the torso to the floor, bend the knees. Bring your hands under your head and just turn your head to one side. And you can swing your legs side to side if you want. And just rest and breathe. And now we're going to turn over onto our right side. So you're going to angle your fingertips towards the left corner of your mat. And your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder. And you're going to twist your body around. Okay, so your feet are still in those straps at your ankles. Okay, and you want to keep that shoulder connected right underneath, the elbow connected right underneath the shoulder. Fingertips are angled out towards the edge. Your bottom knee will be bent for now. Your right leg is straight. We're going to reach the hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, push into the floor. Lift those hips and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the bottom leg. Lower the hip. Lower the hand and rest. You can even collapse into that shoulder for a minute if you want. And we're going to do that again. So push into the shoulder. Find that connection with the bottom waistline. Reach the hand for the ceiling. And then you're going to straighten that bottom leg. So reach that bottom leg away and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Lower the hips. And relax. Turn back to the front. And bring your hands in close to the chest again. Last of our push-up with our abs. So hands in close to the chest. Straighten those legs. Push away from the floor. And find that nice plank. Now we're going to do alternate knees in. So you're going to pull the right knee in. Push away. The left knee in. Push away. The right. And push. The left. And push. Let's move faster. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Last right. Last left. Reaching both long. Chaturanga down. Slowly bringing your body. Bend your knees. Down to the floor. And just rest for a minute. And we're going to come over to the left side. So fingertip faces towards that right corner of the mat now. Elbow is directly under the shoulder. And you're going to turn. Just make sure that those straps stay on your ankles. And turn your body so that you're propped on your hip. You can't see my face now, but that's okay. So your elbow's directly underneath the shoulder. You're going to pick up that bottom waistline. Your bottom knee is bent. Your top leg is straight. Reach your arm for the ceiling. Exhale. Push that bottom leg straight and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, bend the knee, lower the hips, and rest for a minute, and breathe, and then wake those shoulders back up again, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, getting those lats connected in the bottom waistline. Reach your hand, inhale, exhale, squeeze the inner thighs together and hold. 4, 3, if you have any tension in your neck, you can look towards the floor. 1, and bend the knee, lower the hips down. Let's cross those legs back over and face towards our anchor point. So we're going to do a little bit of suspension of the hips just to stretch us out before we leave today. So I've got a belt. I did put on the video instructions to use a belt. If you don't have a belt, you can connect your 2 straps together or tie them in a knot, okay? So take a minute to set it up properly. I've got a belt, so I'm just going to put the belt through both of my straps, and I'm going to tighten it on a nice long setting, okay? And lock it in. That way, when I open my straps up, I want to move the buckle so that it's over one of the straps. And when I open it up, I've got a sling here to rest my body in, okay? So I'm going to stand up now, and I'm going to pull my straps up so that when I'm facing away from my anchor point, I have that belt is just at the crease of my hips. So you need to adjust the height of your ropes or of your straps so you get that belt right at the crease of the hips, okay? So once you've got yourself set up, you're going to bring your body connected to your anchor point and then fold forward, soft bend in the knees, reach your hands towards the floor. Okay, so adjust the straps if you need to so they come below your hip bones. And then you're just going to fold your body forward. So you should feel like your hips are being pulled back here and your torso is hanging forward nicely, okay? If it doesn't feel that comfortable, you can roll up a towel and place it over it. You can stop the video because this is the end of it and go and get the equipment you need to set this up properly, okay? But it does feel really good. It's a nice way to stretch out the hamstrings and just get a little bit of traction in our spine. So there's no pressure at all apart from across the front of the hips. So you feel this lengthening in the spine right from your tailbone all the way through the lumbar, the thoracic, and the upper thoracic spine and into the cervical spine. Okay, if you wanted to keep exercising in this position, you can wake up the back of the legs, use the back and lift, and then fold forward again. But I've done enough today, so I'm just going to enjoy this and hang out. Okay, so you can hang here, you can stay suspended for as long as you feel comfortable doing. And then when you're ready to come up, you bring your hands to the floor, step 1 foot forward, soft bend in the knee, and gently roll your body away from the mat, lengthening all the way back up. And then come out of the suspension system, and you're done. So thank you very much for joining me today.